Who among us does not know this Superman with muscular muscles and superpowers who always takes on the role of hero and savior? Why not? He is always the hero of the story. He was famous for a number of nicknames, such as the Flying Man and the Man of Steel. Since then, the character of the legend and hero Superman began to sweep many countries and became famous and swept great fame among people, different ages, young and old. The credit for the emergence of this character goes to Mr. Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, as they are considered the inventors of the character, and they also contributed to its publication and development. Superman's fame exploded in all parts of the world and everyone started talking about him. The following is the story of Superman. Superman was born on the planet Krypton, named Kal-El, and his birth came 2 or 3 years before the explosion and annihilation of his planet Krypton. His father, the scientist Jor-El, placed him in a missile directed towards Earth, which he launched a few seconds before the destruction of the planet Krypton. Superman's father had predicted that the planet Krypton was about to explode, but none of his citizens believed him. So Gorr set out to save his son and his wife Lara, Superman's mother, but she refused to leave her husband and chose to stay with him. She hoped that by doing so she would increase her son's chances of survival. On board his spaceship, the reason Earth was chosen was because of its weak terrestrial gravity, compared to that of Krypton, and because of the yellow sun that illuminates Earth's day. Superman stories began to be published translated into Arabic as part of a series of Lebanese comic publications, and were known as Superman, the Mighty Hero. It included a series of characters related to him, such as the Mighty Child, which tells of his adventure as a child, the Mighty Boy, which revolves around his stories while he was young, and the Mighty Beauty, who is his relative with the same characteristics. She also participates in some adventures with other characters known as Mighty Heroes. There were also some stories about the Mighty Dog. His stories took place in the cities of Zeus and Mor, and sometimes in Kandor, the capital of Krypton, which Valkyrie reduced and preserved in a bottle. He had a secret hideout in the North Pole. He faced many villains, the most famous of whom were Sulla and Valkyrie. Superman's superpowers. The secret of Superman's abilities is due to the nature of the planet Earth with which his body, coming from the planet Krypton, interacts. Earth's gravity is much weaker than the gravity of planet Krypton, in addition to our yellow sun, which gives Superman enormous energies that he stores inside his body and re-releases in the form of powerful energy. Superman's powers range from superhuman speed and flight to the heights of space, and complete immunity against diseases, strong blows, gunshots, and explosives of all kinds, and his emitting burning heat rays from his eyes, and seeing X-ray waves and radio waves, and hearing all sound waves anywhere on the planet Earth. The limits of Superman's abilities cannot be measured, but he can carry very heavy weights, reaching at least thousands of tons, and his energy is affected by the extent to which his body's cells are saturated with solar energy, due to which his body has the ability to live indefinitely without aging, in addition to not needing to eat, sleep, or breathe. Superman's weak point. Despite Superman's tremendous energies, there are weaknesses that greatly affect him, including everything related to the planet Krypton. The stones of that planet, called kryptonite, interact with the environment of planet Earth to become highly radioactive stones that weaken Superman's abilities, and may kill him if he continues exposure to it for long periods, or it penetrated his body. In 1992, the story, The Death and Return of Superman, was published, in which Superman faces an extremely powerful supernatural enemy called Doomsday. And the story continues for several weeks of continuous fighting and intense battles with this enemy that is impossible to destroy, ending with the event. Shocking, Superman sacrifices himself in order to annihilate that supernatural monster, and remains the protector of the Earth even in his final moments. The story received huge interaction from readers at the time, and the series continued to publish stories of 4 characters who struggled to bear the title of Superman's heir in an attempt to complete his heroic career, until the truth of Superman's death became clear, as he was in a state similar to temporary sleep in which his body treated his internal wounds and heal him so that he can return to life again. When Superman returns to life, everyone receives him with great joy, and he continues his heroic journey in which he protects everyone from deadly dangers. What a strange and exciting character.